This is Steven. He's a bitch. That's Tony. He knows how to make movies. Amy's the mild card. I'm Ryan. And this is the working title because we don't know what the fuck we're doing.
We're coming at you with a pretty punk rock. This is the punk rock of podcasts.
Says the guy who he lowers his tone like, I'm trying to like be energetic. And like, yes, this is very punk rock. This is very punk rock. You don't understand.
This is, okay, punk rock isn't about just yelling and screaming. All right? You got to have that attitude and spirit. So this podcast is going to be pretty punk rock in attitude and spirit. We're not going to yell at you. We're not going to say fuck every 5 seconds. We're going to be a little, subtly.
I'm not. I think the word you were looking for was classy.
Or subtle.
I'm not gonna look. I can't look you in the eye. I'll take you seriously when you're talking about trying to be punk rock and you're wearing that Christmas sweater.
That's a very good point.
That is true.
It's my Jewish Christmas sweater. It's my Jewish Christmas sweater.
You're the.
That literally
person.
doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't.
It's made out of money.
You wanna know what doesn't make sense to me?
Jewish
How people
Christmas.
are saying Star Wars is a ripoff of A New Hope. What do you got? What is this? What is this?
Okay, have you seen the meme from Jurassic Park, fucking Newman, and
Oh yeah.
he's like,
I posted that on the other day.
that's pretty much my reaction. Go ahead, say it's a remake. Nobody fucking cares.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
I mean, it has a similar plot to A New Hope, but I'm pretty sure that was intentional by Abrams. It's designed as a movie to bridge the gap between the old and the new franchise. I mean, there's 30 years between the end of Return of the Jedi and this. So it introduces the new characters, much in, Rey's on, what was it, Jakku, Tatooine with Luke, desert planets. We have the Hoth ice planet, which is the Starkiller base. So it brings all those in to touch on, I guess you could say, the nostalgia of New Hope and Empire. But it's still it's not a carbon copy like people are saying. It's a new story. It's new.
That's dumb. It's not a carbon copy at all.
Exactly, and people are saying it's the same thing, but I don't agree with that at all.
This movie was carefully orchestrated by the Disney suits. They went over this plot. They made sure this plot was going to appeal to the old Star Wars fans. And then they're saying, you know what? There's fucking 5-year-old kids. We're going to make this movie come out right before Christmas. We got to get these little kids hyped for it. This movie had to appeal for every single person. This movie, I understand them wanting to make it a movie for everyone. It's not going to be too deep. It's just enough to make people realize, this isn't
Was
the
Star
shitty
Wars
Star Wars
ever deep?
No.
I'm sorry,
no.
but
not
that's
deep,
not what
but
it's
in
about.
the sense that
I mean, the whole
it has a
basis
deep
of
fan
it is,
base.
It's
it
good
has
versus
lore to
bad.
it.
Let's be
Yeah,
real.
like that movie is the epitome of like black and white. There's no gray. It's either super good or super bad. It's not.
It's
deep.
the Jesus story.
The Jesus story.
Yeah,
Well,
the
it's-
Savior to come.
Well, I mean, come on. Then you're saying every story is a Jesus story.
It is. That's what I'm saying. That it's a simple good and bad Jesus parable. It's like the Matrix. It's like all those.
No,
things.
the Matrix was that was way
Except
like
Jesus couldn't fall in love.
way.
Yeah, I think the Matrix is more Jesus-y than
You were
Star
so
Wars.
sad
but-
about that.
I know.
Poor Jesus.
Yes.
I'll give them leeway with this movie, but if the next movie is a remake of Empire Strikes Back,
That's not gonna
really-
happen.
yeah,
I'll
no.
get butthurt.
It's not.
That's not
it's
gonna
not.
happen.
That's not gonna happen.
Though I am curious as to how what's his name, Rian Johnson, how he's gonna handle
I
taking
heard.
over directing.
I heard that the script he's working on, it's really good and it's like really weird. Like,
Oh
it's
yeah,
really
yeah.
weird
I
movie.
there was an article with where Abrams was saying that he's kind of I guess disappointed that he's not doing the next one
Yeah,
because that's that good of a script.
I read the exact same thing. Yeah.
I mean, if the script's good, hopefully it'll turn out good.
Yeah, it's nice because there haven't really been very many huge blockbusters lately, and there's Star Wars, and then we're gonna be having Marvel Civil War coming up pretty soon. but
Civil War
I really don't give a fuck about Civil War
because
I'm up in here
coming
waiting
from
for
Mr. Big Man
Deadpool.
over here.
Up in here waiting for Deadpool.
Mister, I don't care about Marvel Civil War.
Deadpool.
I
I'm
mean,
cool.
Deadpool looks okay, but I don't know. I'm not feeling.
You
it.
can
I think
just,
it
I saw
might-
the latest trailer or the
just
last trailer.
yeah,
It's
it
kind
was
of-
amazing. Just edit me out of this podcast. I'm done. I don't care about your opinion. I really don't.
Let me say.
Can I just talk to you, please? No, you can shut the fuck up and listen to my opinion, and you hear what I'm gonna say, and then just accept it. Deadpool's coming out, and it's gonna be better than Civil War.
Deadpool isn't the problem. I feel
Interesting.
like they might be catering too hard to the hardcore fan base. People are gonna see this movie and be like,
You mean too much? It's gonna be way too much fan service, pretty much.
yes.
Oh hell no, dude. It's not gonna be way too
I
much
mean-
fan service. How? What? There's no
It's rated
fan
R.
service work to do in Deadpool. The
It's
o-
rated R.
Hell yeah, Deadpool's gonna be. Have you seen the trailer?
Then that is fan service because kids want to go see the Marvel movies.
No,
now.
but that's how Deadpool is as a character.
See, but you know what? You go into GameStop. Me and Ryan were in GameStop the other day, and there was like an 8-year-old kid, a 9-year-old kid with his fucking dad, and he went up to the clerk. He's like, "Do you guys have the new Call of Duty game?" Like, a 9-year-old asking for Call of Duty. It's hilarious. So
I mean, that's the target audience, isn't it?
yeah,
guess
like real
so.
talk, like they're.
But no, dude, like not. With
They
I'm
know-
not
Deadpool,
they
saying
know little
Deadpool's
kids are
gonna be
watching this
bad.
stuff.
I'm just
They
saying
know little kids are gonna
Civil
watch it.
War is most likely gonna be better than Deadpool.
no, it's not. I mean, well,
it's gonna gross more
Fuck.
money now that
It's gonna gross
Deadpool's
more
rated
money,
R.
yeah. but if it's
And
like-
they knew that too, so it probably got more budget.
Well, it's
Oh,
two
of
different studios
course,
too, because
yeah.
Deadpool is owned by Fox.
Oh, then it's gonna be crappy.
Hugh Jack, no, it's not. Oh, it's not gonna be crappy.
What was a
because
good Fox
It can
movie?
either be good.
The only reason Fox wants nothing to do with Deadpool. Like they pretty much the only reason they greenlit it is because fans were like screaming so hard for the movie. They just said, you know what, you guys handle Deadpool. We don't give a shit
Time
what
out,
you do with
time
it.
out.
No, not time out. I'm talking. Oh,
Carry
my
on.
train of thought. My train of thought is done.
Okay, so what did you
Derailed.
guys think about Judge Dredd?
Judge Dredd.
Holy
a good
shit! What
movie?
the fuck, dude? That's what you stopped me for?
No, because
For
that
fucking
movie
Judge
is
Dredd?
like
He
about
has a
that
reason.
guy is like that movie
Okay.
is like pretty fan.
Are we
That's
talking?
hardcore fans
Are we
like-
talking
Deadpool's-
Judge Dredd or Dredd? Like the
Dredd.
Steven Stallone or the newer one?
which is the one that just came out.
Oh,
That
okay.
everyone said was a really good movie.
It was alright, but I don't really know what that has to do with Deadpool.
I'm saying that movie, like a lot of the hardcore fans liked it.
Well,
but it
because
didn't really do that great in
the only
theater.
Judge Dredd fans are hardcore fans. Nobody's a casual fan of Judge Dredd.
Who knows? Who knows Deadpool?
I mean,
Yeah.
Deadpool's become
All
really mainstream
kids-
lately.
When I was a
Deadpool's
kid, I knew
very
who
mainstream.
Deadpool
Yeah,
was.
like
Deadpool's
maybe
very
mainstream. I'm
5-6
very
years ago you could have made that argument, but now Deadpool's like one of the most mainstream characters.
So no, I'm
Yeah.
the ignorant guy.
You are.
I got you.
Yeah.
So as I said, Deadpool's gonna be shit. Whatever.
You didn't say anything.
that was pretty much
Nah,
Ryan and I.
I'll watch it. Will I see it in theaters?
I'll watch it. Will I see it in theaters? Yes, because I'm a fucking
What,
idiot.
what is your YouTube channel, Tony? Just so all the listeners know where to find your sexy videos at.
So it's doesn't really have a title yet.
Does it have a title? Do you have a name on YouTube? Or
I go under my name. So
what's your
Anthony.
name? What's your YouTube name so people
It's
know? where to
just
find
look up
you?
Anthony Escamilla because
Anthony Escamilla on YouTube.
I mean,
then.
if you're
He
watching
has a good
this, you're
videos.
on my channel right now. So,
That's the truth. That's the truth.
but that I am planning to get a title for the channel eventually.
It too is a working title.
Working titles everywhere, people. We don't know.
I was
what we're
thinking
doing.
life in 24 FPS since my camera's recording 24 FPS now.
That
Is 24 good? What's the
super,
best?
24,
what's the
that's
best
the cinematic.
That sounds
like,
super indie. Life in 24. Like, is it gonna be in black and white silence?
No, that would be life in black and
So
white.
we
sir.
know who the hipster of the group is. It's Tony.
It's you. You're wearing a fucking hipster sweater.
That's
this
No, I mean,
true.
sweater
you know.
is very warm. It's very comfortable. Hate on me all you want.
And then your tone of voice is so hipsterish too. It's just your tone of voice. I have no idea. It's just something in your voice that just screams hipster. Oh my
Don't,
god. I can't even look at you right now.
don't listen to
Well, you're
anyone
not
in this podcast. They're
I
all
know
biased.
because I
They're all
can.
biased.
I know I'm not looking at him.
Yes.
So as I look at this piece of paper, I see a name that says games question mark. So what game I'm thinking about, people? The game that I've been playing all week. You know what? Say I'm a kid. Say you're an adult. You shouldn't be playing games like this. Guess what, people? I'm going to give this game the underdog. You know, it's a lot of people are not taking this game seriously, but take it seriously. Disney Infinity 3.0.
I think it has a pretty
The
big fan
ritual
base.
gifting of the underdog.
It may have a big fan base, but
I don't see how that.
there's
an
probably
underdog.
people like probably
It's Disney. They
It's
literally
Disney,
own the
it's Star
world.
Wars.
It exploded when Star Wars came out.
And
I think
Marvel
it
and
started picking
every
up steam
other
with the
thing
got
It's
ever.
everything. with the
literally
Marvel
it's
one.
the video game version of your
Dude,
imagination.
when the Star Wars playsets came out, it just topped Skylanders and all those in revenue. Like,
Yeah,
it's-
but I mean, just like in general for the series, I don't quote me on this, but like I think it's really started picking up steam around 2.0 when they
with
released Marvel.
Yeah.
That's like when it really started like.
I remember
outsell.
being at E3 and I remember seeing that it was a few years ago.
I remember working at Toys R Us. It's Disney-
I was hoping that was the end of his story.
No, I seen all the Disney 1.0 figures. I was all like, "Fucking, they got Sorcerer Mickey. This game must be dope." And I would say even doper than I could have ever imagined.
It really is.
What
It's
character did you get?
so
Iron
much
Man?
fun.
So my current roster.
Oh my god.
Let's see what I'm
Nerd
working-
boy.
Let's see what
Nerd
I'm
boy.
working with, people. Let's see what I'm
I
working
wanna see where
with.
this is going.
I got Hulkbuster. I got Anakin and that one chick.
The twink.
I don't know what her name is. I got Luke and Leia. I just picked up Star-Lord today. Got him.
Boom, boom. Don't
And
forget about
he
that
was at level
Yondu.
0. And
Boom,
Ryan
boom,
got
boom, boom,
Yondu.
boom.
We have too many Disney Infinity characters.
Yeah,
it's
there-
not good.
it's
It's
too
not
many.
good.
There are so many characters. It's insane.
I mean, you have 3 years worth of characters to collect from.
Yeah,
so.
it's crazy.
How many
you-
are there?
It's
Hundreds.
fuck,
Thousands.
I don't
not
think
hundreds.
There's a-
I
There's
think
not
it's like
thousands.
There's like
It's
Well,
50
like
plus.
30
50
Star
40,
plus.
50 maybe.
it's like
Oh, that's
50
all?
plus. It's 50 plus. 'Cause
Oh.
they have a shit ton of Marvel. Marvel's like where the big bull, and they have a lot of Disney.
How much are they each?
$12.
And then there's like
See, but the old
Well,
ones
no,
are
I
$5.
know, like,
So
like the ones that come in like multi-packs are like 25, 30.
Mm.
Because I know the Inside Out one, I think I saw that on sale at Best Buy for like 25 today.
But it's like
And-
But
5 characters.
there's lots
It's
of sales. That's
4.
why I've been capitalizing on the sales.
The good thing is that it's not gonna go it's especially because it's Disney. It's has a lot of longevity. And it's not gonna go obsolete.
But I
Yeah,
see
you
how
just
they
buy a
could
new
make that. Like,
version
I would
every
pay
year.
that money because you get to customize your own character and your own world. Like,
It's amazing.
worth it.
It's so amazing. I love it so much, and they do a great job of capturing. Like,
it's
the
all about
essence of each character.
personification. Like, you have your character in front of
Yeah,
you.
like the perfect explanation is just like the statuette figurines are just like toys, and you're just putting them in toy boxes and you're just playing with them.
It's like a real Pokemon. Go!
It kind of is, yeah.
Have you seen the Star Wars Infinity figures that like actually light up the lightsabers?
What?
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
heard of
yeah,
them. I
yeah.
haven't
When
seen
you
them.
put them on the
Yeah, when you
board
put them on
and
the thing, like there's like I think there's a battery inside that activates when you're playing with them, and their lightsabers like glow while you play. They're pretty much the same as like the normal ones, but these like each one is a retailer exclusive, I believe.
Is it like CD technology? The bottom part?
It's
think
RFID
It's like a
chips.
plastic disc.
It's
Oh,
the
it's
RFID
RFID?
chip, yeah.
Yeah, because I know the amiibos are NFC chips, but
No, it's RFID.
Mm.
speaking of amiibos, those are still hard to find. Certain ones, like Charizard,
Dude,
I've been looking for that.
Shovel
for-
Knight has one, doesn't
Do you
he?
have
Yeah, Shovel Knight has
amiibo? Do
one
you
now.
have a Wii U?
I do.
What do you think about amiibos?
I don't have any because the ones I want are not for sale in America.
But are amiibos
Yeah.
cool? Like, is it worth
Um,
getting?
What is that?
Pretty much at this point,
Explain to Amy what
amiibos.
amiibo is.
Okay, so it's like the Infinity characters, but for Nintendo, and they're good across almost any Nintendo game that like works with amiibo. You could use them for that.
Oh, okay.
The most popular ones though are for Smash Bros. So like all the Smash Bros characters have their own amiibo, and when you buy an amiibo, you like attach it on or swipe it, whatever, activate it on in Smash Bros. And it's like becomes its own fighter, and it starts off like at level 0, and as you play with it, it learns, and it levels up
Oh,
the
wow.
more you use it, and like you could take it to like other places, like other people that have Smash Bros. And use it on theirs, and like take it around with you, and it'll save every time you fight, and like learn and grow
That's cool.
based on how you play with it. And like I've even heard like people training amiibos and like having tournaments where they take their own amiibos.
It
that they
literally
train.
is Pokemon.
No, you could do
Kind
that.
of, but with
that seems-
Mario characters.
When is Pokemon Go coming out?
No idea. That sounds really cool though. I'm looking forward to
Is that
It
a
sounds
what is that?
it sounds too ambitious to me.
Well, the company that's doing it, they already have that game on mobile, which is basically the same premise, but
For those who don't know what Pokemon Go is going to be, it's a mobile phone game, and it pretty much you can use your phone, and it turns just your real life surroundings.
yeah, wherever you go, you're in the world of Pokemon Go.
man.
Yeah.
So it uses the GPS track where you are, and like as you go around, Pokemon will pop up. You could fight other trainers. There's supposed to be like legendary Pokemon where if it'll pop up in an area and everyone that's playing the game near it, you all join together to fight it. So that way, if you defeat it, like then you could capture it or whatever.
And
That's
like
cool.
some of the
Um,
Pokemon are region specific. Like you can only get water Pokemon like coastal
Like,
area.
hey,
and-
Amy, let's go to the beach.
It's
I gotta
like
get
that
myself
thing
a
that was really
Lapras,
popular
yo.
for a while and it has a weird name. I can't think of it.
Is that the that
Go.
might be the
It's where you would go and find. Is it geocaching?
oh
Yeah.
That's what it reminds me of.
Fucking, what was that all about? Was that popular for a while?
I wanted to do
Yeah,
it so
that
bad.
was so geocaching. That was pretty much where someone would leave coordinates, right, and then someone else would go find
Yeah.
those coordinates and.
And then they would leave
They-
something that goes somewhere else.
Yeah.
I never did it. I heard about it though.
It was, yeah, it's
It
pretty
was
cool.
just like fancy like adult
It just
hike
reminds me of that.
treasure hunt stuff.
Pretty much.
But that
yeah.
Pokemon thing,
Poke-
that's what we were talking about. My brother-in-law, he wants to make an app. Well, we want him to make it an app. So it's like the map from Harry Potter,
Mhm.
but it's like an app on your thing. So it's whatever it
The
is.
map,
GPS.
that's
Yeah,
an
GPS
app.
coordinates to find somebody, but it's like
The Marauders map.
Marauders map. Thank you.
Oh, that sounds really awesome.
That would be awesome, but it'd be like the Pokemon thing.
Speaking of the Marauders map, when I went to the Florida, the Wizarding World of Harry
I'm
Potter.
so
yeah, you
jealous.
were.
I
Have you
bought
been there before?
I have not. This was the first time. But I bought a Marauders map that supposedly like actually works. Like you put batteries in it, and then you like tap where you tap like the actual map, and it'll have like Snape and Harry like walking around.
That's
on it.
awesome.
I haven't opened it yet, but it was pricey, but
That sounds worth it though.
it
That's
does.
pretty
Which they will
amazing.
probably sell them once it opens out here in April.
But I don't want to go to this one. I want to go to the one in Florida.
Yeah, I could see that.
I feel like
I mean,
they're
it's gonna be the same.
It might not have as
It's
much.
not
but
as big.
It'll be the same quality.
The Hogsmeade out there isn't big. It's really small.
Oh,
But the
Did you try
Diagon Alley.
butterbeer? God damn it!
Yeah,
Tony.
I tried butterbeer.
How was it?
Where-
It
Where's
was
it
very
at?
delicious.
is it real
Oh,
beer? Is
fuck.
alcoholic?
No. It's basically like
Budweiser
cream
with-
soda, but sweeter.
Oh, okay.
Wait, is there actual alcohol? No.
No,
'cause
not
they're
in the
trying to sell
butterbeer.
it to everyone.
Yeah, no, and the butterbeer is non-alcoholic, but I'm pretty sure you could get it if in some of the bars with like a shot of fire whiskey. If you
Like
wanted
they
to.
have
Or
Harry
you could
Potter
just
bars.
get
You could.
fire.
They
Yeah,
have Harry Potter bars, right?
there's actual like there's the Hogshead, that's a bar, and then on Diagon Alley, it's just like a random bar off to the side of the street. But they have like 3 exclusive beers that
Well, I
you could only
don't.
get.
In the show, I don't think it, or in the movies, I don't think it was beer.
I did miss the
Yeah.
show. I missed the Harry Potter show a lot. It was a good show.
Shut up.
I think.
Yeah, but they do brew 3 exclusive beers for the Harry Potter land.
I had some of the butterbeer frappuccino that Starbucks made for the
Mm.
Harry Potter thing.
They
It's good.
the butterbeer ice cream was really good too.
She nodded yes. So all the listeners.
I said, mm-hmm.
Frozen butterbeer.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, when it opens, I mean, just for the butterbeer alone is worth going.
Did you go on the Forbidden Journey?
I did that.
How was
That
that?
ride was really. I would say it's one of the most interesting rides I've been on because I've never experienced a ride
In
system like that
life?
before.
Why is it? Because
Yeah.
it's
Okay, so you
That's
know,
not Harry Potter based, is it?
yeah, it's
Oh, it
it's
is? Oh.
like a
It's-
journey through Hogwarts, pretty much.
Oh, okay.
Wait,
Um,
wait,
the
is it
name.
Oh.
like
It's
the first movie? Is there a specific movie that's from? Like, remember
No,
they
it-
go on
it-
the boats and stuff?
mm-mm.
like
it's just
that?
a journey through Hogwarts with Harry and Hermione and Ron.
What's the track system like?
It's kind of like a roller coaster, but not. So
well, is
you're-
it like Haunted Mansion kind of thing?
Okay, so it's a mix of dark ride with like have you been on the Transformers ride at Universal?
No.
I
Oh,
haven't.
okay.
I've been wanting to go lately, but I'm waiting for Harry Potter Land. So
What
I'll
about
wait
the
till it's
Simpsons
packed.
ride?
Yeah, I have. I have.
Okay, so you know how that's kind of like a simulation, the Simpsons ride. So you're in the
Mhm.
cards and it moves and you're watching the screen.
Mm-hmm.
So the Transformers ride is like that, but you're in individual cars and you move around on a track, but everything is pretty much on a screen. This
Oh,
Harry
okay.
Potter ride, it's a mix of that. You go through like actual sets that are on screen, but then there's parts of it that like are actual dark rides. So you have animatronics and stuff
Yeah, I
like
was
coming
gonna
at
ask.
you.
Oh,
Are
that's awesome.
the animatronics good?
Yeah, there were some
Was
pretty.
that paintings?
It's when you go through the queue, they have moving paintings and stuff.
Ooh.
You go through Hogwarts, so you're.
Rotating staircases. all that good
They
business.
didn't have those because I mean,
disappearing hallways, none of that good stuff.
no, just just the moving
It's not,
paintings
then
and stuff.
it's not a real
And,
tour.
like,
of
Dumbledore
Hogwarts.
and
it's
stuff.
not a real tour.
If me and my sister win the lottery, we're gonna buy a castle in England and
And
build
make it Hogwarts.
Hogwarts.
Did you go on a
That's
Green
for
Gods
real.
to-
I did go on Gringotts.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
you're gonna go bankrupt, but that
I've got to say,
that's a service to
Forbidden Journey
humanity.
was a
Oh,
better
it's not for
ride
other
than
people.
Gringotts,
It's
but
for me to look
Gringotts
at.
wasn't bad. It's basically more of a roller
Selfish and
coaster than the other
generous.
ride. The other ride was like a dark ride with a roller coaster kind of feel. Gringotts was like almost all roller coaster with occasional like movie playing in front of
like
you.
Space
Mm.
Mountain? Would you say?
I'd say it's more like, I guess, kind of like Space Mountain,
More
but
intense, less intense.
less intense because it stops a lot, so you could like see because like you're
See,
going
I
through
like
like
that,
a scene.
so you can see stuff.
Yeah, so like there's like 3 or 4 different scenes. So like you're on the ride, and it does the roller coaster part, but then when things happen, like you're stopped and you watch it play out on like the screens around you, and then when they like move you and stuff, then you keep going again, or keep moving on. Yeah.
Oh, so breaking news, by the way. This
Mhm.
just came out a couple hours ago, but they officially released the synopsis for Rogue One, the Star Wars spinoff.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just gonna be about them getting the Death Star plans, and they had like they came out with like some screenshots and shit, and it looks very mild.
Mild. Yeah.
It didn't get your dick hard. Is what you're trying to tell me?
Is that a movie or a game?
It's
a
a movie.
spin-off movie.
Yeah.
Coming out next year, Star Wars.
Yeah, I was never really excited for it. Like,
It-
I mean, it had an okay premise, but I guess I kind of want to see. I'm waiting till I see a trailer.
They,
I
it's gonna
guess.
have to be really.
I don't think Disney realizes that this movie is just as important as episode 7, episode 7, because this is what everyone's gonna assume all the spin-off movies are like. So if this spin-off flops, no one's gonna take the next spin-off
Which-
seriously.
But it's a spin-off, so I'm afraid that they're not gonna take the characters too seriously, and the characters is just gonna
Well,
make the movie.
again, I think it'll come back to the script and directing, which luckily they pulled what's his name, Josh Trank, off the project because he was originally supposed to direct it.
Fantastic Four, Josh Trank.
Yes. Because they signed him
disaster.
before Fantastic Four came out and after Chronicle, and Chronicle wasn't bad.
Yeah, of course.
But then Fantastic Four happened, and after that, apparently they pulled him off the Rogue
dude,
One.
did he get pulled out of his fucking career after that movie?
I think so. Like he's gonna need to like disappear for a
I
while.
think he
come
could have.
back.
He could have saved
Reinvent
face
himself.
if he
Pretty much.
if he didn't complain so much after.
Yeah.
Like if you come out with a shitty movie,
Mhm.
just accept that it was a shitty movie and then
Yeah.
just wear it. Just try and wear it with some pride, even though you know it sucks. But
Like
don't,
Bill Murray and Garfield.
yeah,
Mhm.
exactly.
Yeah,
yeah,
like-
like Bill Murray isn't fucking like raining hell on Garfield. Like if you're like just okay, they fucked up the movie that you wanted.
Mhm.
It's Fantastic
I
Four.
loved Garfield.
Yeah, there's just
deal
sometimes
with
in the
it.
business where you gotta say that movie fucking sucked, and I gotta
So,
say, you know
so
what?
many times.
Yeah, like
If I want another job, I gotta say, you know what? I was happy to be part of it.
I regret using Garfield as an example because I love that movie.
I've never seen it.
It's
do
really
you know
funny.
the only reason why
The
Bill
second one,
Murray-
A Tale of Two Kitties. Oh my gosh.
Do you know why he signed on to do it?
No, I don't actually.
Because he thought the writer for Garfield was one of the Coen brothers.
Oh, you told me
But-
that.
Yeah, it was a typo on the script. So he was like, "Oh my God, Coen brothers, this is gonna be an insane movie." So he just went for it, and
He
Joke's
regrets
on
it,
him.
but I don't care. Like, they were good. It's funny. I'm glad he did it. It kind of
You
makes
don't
his.
care because it's about a cat.
No, but I'm saying it makes Bill Murray more of an interesting person. Like, I like that he did that.
That he can't keep track of who's directing what. You like that about him?
Yes.
That makes him a more interesting person.
Yes.
Because he didn't take the project because he was like Garfield. Fuck yeah, I want to be the shit out of this cat.
See, I never thought that. I just never really cared to think about why he did it. I just enjoyed it.
Speaking of Bill Murray, did you see the Murray Christmas?
Hell yeah.
That
Oh
was-
my
that
God.
was-
Oh my God. The
that was
George
funny.
Clooney part
yeah.
literally killed Santa Claus wants some love. That was great.
Did you like it,
And
Tony?
Miley
did.
Cyrus made me cry.
Cry because you liked her performance, or
She sang so good, and because she is so like, never mind. I don't want to talk about it.
okay.
I saw the first 20 minutes
Mhm.
and I fell asleep.
But
I'm
then
not
I,
saying 'cause it was bad. I'm just saying I saw the first 20 minutes and then
but
fell
I
asleep.
showed
you
you the
watch it, like,
George
after
Clooney
work?
thing.
That was I remember seeing up to the part with
Michael Cera.
Michael Cera was in that movie.
Oh, then I guess you fell
fuck.
He
asleep
was in
before
like the
then.
first 20 minutes.
You didn't see when Chris Rock was singing either? That was
I
hilarious.
saw
That
when he
was
first
funny.
saw Chris Rock.
Or
Do
his
you hear
attempted
what
singing.
I?
I thought the best song was "It's Cold Outside." His
Yeah,
duet
that-
with that one.
As far as Bill Murray singing,
Yeah.
yeah. But I'm sorry, the George Clooney thing
No, that was pretty funny.
absolutely killed me. That he stayed behind that tree the whole time.
Yeah, it was a
Oh.
pretty good special.
It was
I-
weird, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It was a
I
Bill
mean,
Murray
I was
Christmas.
expecting it to
It was
be
a
weird.
very
was-
Merry
It
Christmas.
That
It
was
was
the
very-
Joseph Gordon-Levitt, right?
No,
Then I don't know.
not at all.
I know about the Bill Murray Christmas thing,
Mhm.
but I thought that was a Joseph Gordon-Levitt thing too.
No.
No,
He's just been doing so much stuff lately.
I don't even care about him anymore. After that
Anymore?
stupid Christmas movie,
He
Which
kind of
one?
lost his
The night
charm.
before?
He
Oh,
did.
haven't seen it.
it
He
was
lost his charm a little bit.
horrible. Like, I can't even say how bad it was.
All I could do is remember him in 500 Days of Summer. That's a Joseph Gordon.
The only Joseph
that was-
Gordon-Levitt I like is Third Rock from the Sun. Everything else, he was trying
Oh
too
my
hard,
God.
trying way too hard.
Hipster. Well, I liked him before everyone else liked
I
him.
mean,
No, I
I
didn't say that
haven't-
at all.
Well,
Everyone
of
loved
course you
him
didn't
then.
say that. But did you know that was Joseph Gordon-Levitt? Did you know him by name?
Yes, I knew everybody by name in that show. That was one of my favorite TV shows.
Really? Because you almost called it a movie.
I've
so-
almost called
you almost
everything the
called it a
wrong
mo-
thing all night.
Just wanted to make
That's a very
sure.
good point.
That's my fault.
It was,
not.
it was a good movie. It would have been nice if they had picked up the sequel. I was hoping
Fourth
for
Rock from the Sun.
That
That wasn't even that bad.
All right.
The way everything's been going on with Netflix,
Mm-hmm.
how long do you think until people start saying like, "Hey, let's get that show back on Netflix"? Or do you think people are satisfied with the way that show ended?
No, that train's gonna run for a while, especially on the cult classics.
What cult
yeah.
classic?
Like they're bringing
hasn't
Twin
anyone
Peaks
tried to
back too,
resurrect
aren't
it
they?
yet?
Not Netflix. That's
Would you-
Showtime.
Time out.
Oh,
Would you
but yeah.
have considered Star?
That's just a train that runs everywhere. It doesn't matter. No, it's not network specific.
Yeah.
Anything that's a cult classic, it will be milked and brought back if there's a
Well-
fan base for it at the time.
Like Full House.
Yeah, Full House.
They are bringing that.
I know,
Fuller
yeah,
House.
That's what I'm
Full
saying. That's why
House.
that was
I
the
follow
example.
Dave Coulier on Facebook. Don't ask me why. But it's so sad. He's so living in Full House days. Like,
I mean, that
forever.
those were his glory days.
that's
really.
Just
his
been waiting
only
for this to
thing he
come
has
back.
going for him. It
And
Do you
depresses
think
me,
he's made
but
a
I'm
good thing off
going.
of Full House? Do you think like
And
those
he-
actors like
One time
Are you
cameo,
kidding
but-
me?
say like that's all I've done with my life?
Oh, not
and
John
No,
Stamos.
No.
What's
Bob
Not Bob
Saget.
Saget
Bob
either.
This whole
No.
stand-up comedy thing.
Or
Or
the
Mary
Olsen
Kate and
twins,
Ashley
yeah.
Olsen.
Yeah,
No, no,
dude,
I'm
their
saying-
downfall was so much better than their
Even
career.
Candace
Yes.
Bergman or Candace, what's her name?
I don't.
Candace, whatever. Cameron. She made a killing in Hallmark movies and stuff. Like,
So if you were in Full House, you were set for life.
yeah.
No.
Except for Stephanie.
No. And Dave,
Poor Stephanie.
David Coulier was fucking.
He's
That's how you say his name, right?
Coulier, yeah. But
Coulier.
he
No, dude, he
does
was like-
comedy
He was
still
couch
everywhere.
Dude, he was couch surfing and he was like living on Bob Saget's couch and he was like, dude, he.
No,
was-
he depresses me, but you should totally follow him. It's pretty entertaining.
everyone in
Hmm,
Full
I can
House
look it
was set for life,
I don't know about everyone.
except he blew it. The Olsen twins blew it, and everyone else. The main cast. The rest of them are chilling.
Lori, whatever her name is, Becky from the show.
Mm-hmm.
She was on a lot of shows after that.
Yeah,
Not very popular, but
it's
she
one,
worked.
It's one of those shows. Well, no, because the Olsen twins had that massive fall, and there are so many shows.
One of them's dying or something.
One of the Olsen twins is dying.
She was like really ill for a long time.
I know they were supposed to have like anorexia, but we're not here to talk about celebrity gossip. We ain't that kind of podcast.
We were
people.
talking about fucking Bill Murray.
We were talking about Full House.
I wasn't. Well, Full House is okay, but I'm not here to.
No,
talk
we were
about
we were trying to
who's
make the
wearing what.
point
I
of
got what point you guys are making.
of services picking up shows that have been long past, just because the fans.
No,
want
it's gonna
this.
happen. No,
Do you
no,
think Fresh Prince is gonna come back with his
No.
son?
There are some things that are holy.
No.
there are some things that are too holy.
No, I'm saying with his son, because you know how he
No,
tries
no,
to
no,
push his son and everything so much.
Exactly, and that's why that would be the
That's
worst
the
thing
fear.
ever.
That's
Oh,
the
I'm not
fear.
saying it'll be good. I'm
Yeah.
just saying it might happen.
Don't expect
Fresher
any of your
Prince?
shows that you
The
grew
freshest
up with,
prince.
and all of your shows. None of your shows are holy anymore. Like
Nothing's
You thought
holy
your
anymore.
shows
Nothing's
were gonna
sacred. You
die,
can do
and they
anything
were gonna
now.
get
Except
back
for
to
Ash
that.
vs. Evil Dead, because they fucking killed it. So that's still
Still
holy as
finished
fuck.
watching that.
Because yeah, they were able to pull that like 30 years, bring it back in modern times, still have the feel from when it came back. So it's like the perfect Evil Dead atmosphere, and it doesn't really try to appeal to a new fan base, but it's not so limiting. So that's a really good show. But aside from that, Star
what?
Trek blew it too.
You know what show?
Whoa.
Star Trek blew it fucking. Are you kidding me? We talked about this already. The trailer for the third one, and the director's fucking the guy from Fast and Furious. Dude.
I don't care about the new Star Trek movies, but I will never defame the name Star Trek. I don't
I'm
care.
talking about the new one.
I'm still not gonna badmouth the franchise. They've done too much good work over too many spans of years.
What was it? Fuck.
I
What
was
series
never
was
into
it?
Star Trek, so
Deep Space
I
Nine.
was raised
It
a
was
Trekkie.
Deep Space Nine. That was garbage, wasn't it?
Okay,
I can't remember.
it
which
is
one
the
was.
worst series, but it still has
See,
some cool
you
things.
You can't just ignore a blemish and just pretend.
No,
Like, Star Trek has its blemishes.
I watched that one a lot as a kid, but it's not as good as the other ones. It's kind of
not
cool in its
good.
own way.
It's not good.
It's
you're
a
just-
space
you're
bar.
just
It's
dancing-
literally
you're
Cheers
literally
in space.
dancing. Exactly. That's why it's so bad. It's ripping. Like that's not Star Trek at all, and you're like dancing around the fact
There's
that
an
it's not a
open
good
bag.
show. Like you're trying so hard
No.
to say that it's not a good show without saying it's not good.
No, I
Like,
said
well, you
it's
know, for
not
what it
as
was, it
good
was-
as
it
the
was-
other ones.
Because it's not Star Trek. It's not.
Well, that one was definitely.
No, it is
Trek.
Star Trek. No, you know what I'm saying. Like how the new movies didn't have that same.
The new movies. That's why I have a problem with the new movies, though. It's like a totally different universe. They changed everything. The Kirk and
Yeah.
Spock. That's
my-
all.
It's not
different.
even supposed to be like. There's supposed to be the three of them. It's Bones too.
Yeah, I don't care for them. I'm saying I don't want to badmouth it.
No,
Actually,
they-
you know what? I thought the second movie was entertaining.
The second movie was straight garbage, and I would.
Well, I will
will
say
fight you to that.
the first one I couldn't even finish. The second
Yeah, the
one
first
I
one
at
I
least
couldn't
finished. I'm
take
not
it
saying it
all.
was
The
good.
first
I'm just
one was
saying
good.
between the two, the second one was better.
I
than
didn't like the
first
first one. Yeah, the second one was alright. It was.
one. Remember
I
Abrams was like, "Oh yeah, Khan's not in this. It has nothing to do with Wrath of Khan."
he did that for the fans.
You know, he did that, but I'm just saying, like the whole marketing between that, like
And honestly,
wasn't
that's the
supposed to
only
be.
reason why I watched and liked the movie was because of Khan. Like you have to watch it. If you like Star Wars, you have to watch it. It's Khan.
yes.
If you like Star Wars, you gotta watch Star Wars.
I meant Star Trek. Son of a bitch.
No, you know what you said. You know what you like. You know what's in your heart. You know. It's all right. Don't fight it.
I've never pit them against each other. It's just
It's
a totally
stupid
different
to.
beast.
It's stupid too. Yeah. I mean, they're both space adventure movies. It doesn't mean that they have to. It has to be.
But
a
it's
pissing
completely
contest.
different. One is about diplomacy,
Yeah.
and the other one
Yeah. Like
is about battles and stuff.
yeah. Like Star Trek is like
It's
like it
literally
was, it had
like
the formula of like
the Senate in space.
Yeah, that is what Star Trek is. And it's like that's the whole premise of
The
the show,
original,
fighting new species.
the prequel Star Wars trilogy really was about trade negotiations.
Oh my god, but it was in a shitty way though. It was fucking. It was horrible.
Oh yeah, there's no denying that.
Like
I'm just
nobody
saying.
wanted to see Star
That's
Wars revive,
basically
so
what
it'd
it
be
boiled down to.
politics and shit. The only place that works is in
That's
the
what all space movies boil down to.
No, but see, it didn't capture the spirit of it just being like just some fantasy adventure. It became about fucking politics and we're making this as realistic as possible. It's like I just want to see a fucking fantasy.
That's why the 1 through 3 or whatever Star Wars movies failed so bad in my eyes is because they tried to make it too much. Like that's not what Star Wars was ever about. They tried to put too much detail.
Yeah.
That's why this one was so good, this new one. Because it was, like I was telling them, like, they didn't upgrade the technology or anything. It was destabilize it and blow it up. Like, that's what we want to see.
You're right? Yeah. Exactly. Just simple, straight. Not simple, because it's a very complicated story, but just that everything's just nice and just, it's not, like, all convoluted and insane. Like, I really like how they took the twist of that movie. That they brought early in. It wasn't even a twist. They just kind of like said, all right, so this is like this. So, yeah, accept it. And everyone in the audience is just, okay, that's cool. And the movie went on. And it's not like some M. Night Shyamalan shit where the whole movie builds up to a twist.
My favorite part of the movie may have been the very ending. Not because of what happens, you know.
The bathroom is over there, by the way.
Thank you.
I know you guys can't help yourselves, but God.
So as I was saying, the very last shot of the movie with the big reveal, because I'm not gonna spoil it, even though it's been a week, and if you haven't seen the movie by now, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I don't know. How long has it been in theaters? 2 weeks?
It's like 3 or 4, I think.
3 or 4 weeks? If you
Was
haven't
it?
seen the
That
movie
was
by
Christmas, so it's almost been a month.
Yeah.
you're a barbarian if you haven't seen it by now.
Or you just don't care about Star
It's
Wars.
pretty much
That's
that
why
way.
you're listening to this.
So I'm gonna say it. That's that shot where they finally show Luke, and then they do a far away view of the island. They're circling around.
That
it.
Highlander shot, that type
I'm
of
like,
shit.
that's like a 70s, like
Hell
that's
yeah.
like 70s right there. Like
Not even 70s.
I
Like
was like
that
in
was
my
like
head, Electric Wizard was playing in the
like,
background.
there was, like,
meow,
black and
meow,
white
meow,
action
meow,
movies,
meow.
samurai shit.
Mhm.
Just fucking.
That was a dope shot.
It was a little Jurassic Parky to me.
Really?
The beginning scene in Jurassic Park when they first go to the island.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
can see that, I guess.
Greenery. Or like Lord of the Rings, like very much about the green landscape.
Yeah, I mean,
I didn't get
think
it.
was more
Out of all the shots, I did not get a 70s vibe out of that one. It was
Yeah.
the beginning when it pans down from the stars
Oh.
to the planet.
Oh my
I was
God,
like,
yes.
That's where it's
Yeah.
at.
Tony, did you see the movie in 3D?
I saw it in 3D and 2D.
How was that shot in 3D? Was the movie like? Were there any scenes where like this is really dope in 3D?
The best scenes I think in 3D were I don't know if you'd call them establishing shots, but like when they're in space and you see like the super star destroyers, those like really pop out of the screen.
Yeah, like the opening scene, right?
Well, not just the opening scene, but like any shot, any space shot, pretty much, where you see spaceships like flying by, those were the best 3D use of 3D, I believe.
Damn it, I need to see that shit.
I mean, like, yeah, there was one scene in particular that I don't remember where it was in the movie, but it was like, it wasn't the opening, but there was like a star destroyer, and like the camera kind of like zoomed a little bit, and that was like the one part where it looks like it's actually coming out of the screen.
Damn, I need to see
It's like
that.
towards the top, so it's like angled for the depth of it. So it's not like just coming straight at you, but it's just like that, that subtle depth, but it's still kind of like popping out,
Like you're really in a
kind of like a
spaceship
pop,
flying
kind of like
underneath
a
it.
pop-up look, I guess.
Oh no, it's hitting me.
Yeah, no, not like not in your face 3D, more subtle pop up, like I get like kind of like the 3DS.
Interesting.
But yeah, like the space shots were definitely the best 3D shots.
I will see that because I've
I
seen
thought
it twice. I've seen it 3D.
I personally thought that the ground air battles where they were fighting and they're like the TIE fighters and X-wings, but they were fighting low atmosphere dogfights
Like
and shit.
at what's her name's bar, Maz Tanaka or whatever, that one.
Yeah, like I really liked the.
Tanaka?
Was it Tanaka or I don't
No,
know.
it's not Tanaka. No.
The the Japanese penis monster from
Yeah, I don't remember what her last name was. That just came.
But
I
yeah,
just remember it was Maz.
I like the low atmosphere
We're-
battles are really nice.
After we're all allowed mistakes.
I can't believe I mixed up Star Wars and Star Trek. I feel like killing myself right now. That's like the number one rule. You're creeping
I
me
mean, you
out
should
here.
kill yourself for being a Star Wars fan in general. Whoa, I fucked up too.
Freudian slip.
This is my last night on the show, guys.
We're gonna be closing up the show in a couple minutes. Was-
Before you close it up, though, there is one thing I wanted to mention.
Yes, I mentioned it, Tony. I was gonna say closing arguments. Is there anything?
No,
anyone
I
wants
just
add
wanted to
before we
bring
close
up,
this
like,
movie off?
I guess this is more of a Ryan's, and if you have any opinion on this. So, what do you think of the Oculus being released, or the pricing at $599?
Funny you mention it, because Ryan and I were just at Best Buy the other day,
Mhm.
and in the Samsung, it's not Oculus Rift, but it's 3D goggles for your phone. So if you see any of those gadgets, you put your phone in them,
It's called the Samsung
the VR,
VR
whatever,
thing. Yeah.
put it on your head. You have to download a certain app. You can't even just go anywhere. So you put it on your face, you play the app, and it's 360. So you're looking around, it's moving around with your face, and it looks 3D. So I heard about this. I was like, "This is dope. This is dope." Me and Ryan are going to Best Buy. We see it, and
You know that's not the Oculus Rift, right?
I'm not. I'm saying I know it's not the Oculus Rift. I'm just saying with our 3D experience, with our 3D glasses, like trying to get the app
That's
to
not
work
what
with
the
our phone.
Oculus Rift is, though.
Oculus Rift is VR, right?
Okay, I've used the Oculus before, and I've used one of those things. They're similar, but I mean the tech is different. Okay, so with the VR thing, it pretty much just takes like your phone, and it splits whatever image, like the app you're using with it. It splits it into two to make the 3D image. It's kind of like
So isn't that 2D?
it takes a 2D thing and turns it into 3D kind of. It depends on like what you're using with it. It can be 2D, it could be 3D, but it just like it uses your phone to like whatever you're trying to do. But it doesn't really. I guess you could say it's kind of like an Oculus Lite where you have to have everything already on the phone, and it takes like an image kind of thing and does whatever like the VR with that. But with the Oculus, it's more of like
Stop.
In psychology, they use Oculus Rift and VR stuff to like cure people of treat phobias and stuff.
it's like a whole program you use for the Oculus. Like when I used the Oculus, it was for the Insidious. It was this Insidious experience, and so you kind of just like sit there, you put on the goggles, and it was like, have you seen Insidious,
Have not.
No,
Amy?
Sorry, I don't go see movies a lot.
Which one was that about?
That was the
scary
one
movie.
with
I don't know.
where the kid like goes into a coma, and then the dad has to go kind of like find him.
He has to
Was
do
that
scary
or was
stuff.
that not a
Did I
maze?
see that?
A theme.
It
park?
was a maze at Horror Nights, yeah.
Horror Nights, there you go.
I don't
With like
remember.
the further and all the ghosts and stuff, and like their house is haunted.
I don't know if I
There was three
just
of
remember
them.
being out or if I saw it.
Oh,
I
okay.
feel like I saw it.
Well, anyways, in the movie, there's this psychic, and so in the Oculus experience, like she's talking to you, and she pretty much leads you into what the movie calls the further, which is kind of like the ghost dimension kind of thing. So you're surrounded by ghosts, and like you feel them like moving past you and stuff, because like they kind of made this into a 4D thing too, where there was a guy like in the room with you, like so every time like a ghost would go past you, like you'd like feel it moving and it'd be the guy, whatever.
That's
But
cool.
anyways, so like anywhere like you move your head with that, like you see it's a complete 360 room around you. But it like just the video was a lot smoother than it was on like the VR and stuff like that. And then in terms of like games and stuff, it's
I don't know. It
gonna
doesn't
work.
seem that interesting.
It's supposed to work better.
I
guess.
personally
I mean, it
like,
just you need a
um,
really powerful PC rig for it.
Yeah.
What were we watching, Steven? That YouTube video that my brother was showing us, where he was building the video game with the glove. It was 3D, but everyone can see it. What was that?
The E3 video where they were showing the Minecraft.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that was
What is that?
that's a HoloLens. It's
I want that. That thing was
that,
amazing.
If it works like that, that's. I guess you could say it's kind of VR, but different.
That's like real life.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all fucking choreographed and shit on the show.
Most likely, yeah. Like if you remember the first, what was it, Connect or Project Natal? They used to call it that video that they first showed off for it when it was supposed to do all that fancy stuff.
It was all out of sync and shit.
Well, no, like the video, the first video they showed for the Kinect way back when it was on the 360 and all that, like the stuff that they showed it doing, like you could never actually do with it. It wasn't until they released it, the new one, Kinect 2 or whatever, on the Xbox One, that they finally started pulling off some of the stuff they promised. But yeah, Microsoft always overhypes their products and underdelivers.
The Disney video, though, I believe them. The
What?
3D painting. You saw that, didn't you?
I do
They
not
have
know.
a 3D. They were 3D goggles, and it's a 3D basically pen or pencil, and so they literally draw 3D characters, and it's amazing. And that's how they make a lot of their preliminaries for their 3D characters. But it's like, it's crazy. Like you're drawing
check this out.
3D space. Like it's amazing.
Sounds interesting. But yeah, so $699 for the Oculus. Do you think it's priced too high?
I think
$700.
Well,
This is all for developers, and I'm not a developer, so I'm not gonna go buy it.
This
so.
is
No,
like,
this is the
that's a
consumer.
casual.
Yeah, this is the consumer release. The developer kits were cheaper, I
but
think.
this is with any electronics. You just wait
Yeah.
a while and it'll go down.
But
I feel like it's a fair price. I just think it's hilarious that when they were first working on it, and I think it was the whoever said it, some lady, I think. She said that if something's gonna be priced at like $699, then she specifically said the number $699. She specifically said it. Like it might as well not even exist, because what's the point? Because it's so expensive. Like not as many people will be able to enjoy it as they should. And like the day that the pricing came out, so many people were just
Oh yeah, yeah. I saw so many people were angry about it because I remember originally they said they wanted it to be like cheap. But
affordable for
affordable.
everyone. Yeah.
If it was like around $3.99, I could see that.
But
being.
at the same time, they wanted to make it, actually technologically sound. So if it were $3.99, like it wouldn't be as good of a product as it is that they're releasing. And I think people just have to, remember this is first gen technology. Of
Yeah,
course, it's going to be
exactly.
expensive. Like when CD players came out in the 80s, weren't those like thousands of dollars?
The big stacks.
Yeah, like
The
big
original
CD
CD
stacks.
players. I remember the first Blu-ray.
You want to go
players
back
were
to
like
fucking
1,000.
all the way back to radio players, dude?
Go for it. Like
When they were like
No, I
half the
think
size of
the
a TV
craziest
set.
to me was calculators. Those were insanely expensive when
Yeah,
they first
like,
came out.
whenever
like,
anything
insanely
first comes out,
expensive.
like they're super expensive. $6.99 for a VR platform isn't. I mean, it's expensive, but for what you're getting, it's not.
I think
that
the
It's
price is
literally
fair.
another world, and
just
you're
a
not gonna pay
goggle,
$700
isn't
for that.
No,
Like,
it's
your
the
own
glasses,
world.
It should be the headphone and then the controllers and all that. It comes with I think it said like 2 or 3 controllers.
I think $4.99 would be a better starting point.
Dude,
But
do you
then
don't,
No,
the
but then
you
tech-
don't
you're
understand
saying
the
that
technology that's
technology
inside of it
Yeah.
anyway. It's too expensive for that.
I was
I
thinking of
think that's fair
Minority
price.
Report.
I mean, you do need a pretty good computer to run it too. On top of that, so I mean, the initial cost would probably be like more. It's gonna
Right
be more
now,
than
the people
$6.99,
who
but
want it are going to be able to get it.
yeah, if you
It's-
really want it, you'll.
That's where it's at right now. So yeah, long story short, VR. Wait a couple more months.
Hot or not?
Wait a couple more years. It's there, but the price isn't there yet.
And there's more than the Oculus coming out. There's the PlayStation VR, which you will plug into the PS4. That supposedly, I read an article today saying that apparently Amazon Canada, again, this is like, who knows if you could trust this, but Amazon Canada leaked the price for the PSVR as $800.
Does it come with porn?
Probably not.
Canadian porn though.
Though
Where the guy's just apologizing with every thrust.
They just drip a lot of hot maple syrup on your body.
Sorry
Don't
about
get me
that. Yo,
started
sorry
on
about
that
that.
I'm
You doing okay there?
sure the companies are working on that for you. As
I
we
want to
speak.
see. I want to see like super polite Canadian porn. And just every time he penetrates, just oops, didn't mean to do that. Sorry about that. Hope you're comfortable. Oops,
No, 'cause
my
then
bad.
that's rape.
That's not rape, Steven. It's Canadian porn. Good. She wants it, obviously, but he's Canadian. Get the point of this, Steven.
I got you.
She as in the moose, right?
Yes, there's a real icing on the Canadian cake.
So, are there any other closing arguments? Anyone want to add anything else before we end our very first podcast?
Probably not.
Nothing you want to bring up? You sure?
I like Benedict Cumberbatch as an actor because his name's fun to play with. Like you can say like I don't know, play around. Benedict Cumberfuck. Same thing. So much fun to say.
It's literally the name you've been saying all day.
Yeah, Benedict Cumberfuck. There we
So,
go.
from Tony, from Amy, and Ryan, myself, and the Working Title Podcast.
See you next week.
See y'all next week. Thank you all for listening.
Except for me, I have to kill myself. And all you Star Wars fans out there.
Star Trek. Woo!
Hope you all enjoy this. We'll catch you guys next week.